What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Tyler Rodriguez here. So today we're gonna stick with the high school content, but instead of talking about what I think you guys should do, I'm gonna give you some kind of things to avoid. So let's get right into it. Make sure you like, subscribe, go comment down below any advice you got, and yeah, like I said, let's learn from each other, and let's get right into it. So I got my notes here. So the first thing I'm gonna talk about, arguably the biggest one of the video, is don't waste time. So if we're looking at the last video, what I said is establish a routine. A lot of people, they may ask me, it'll be like, what's the point of establishing a routine? You know, like you're so rigid, you're not flowing, not enjoying life. And you know, I know what they say, the branch that doesn't bend breaks. Like, I understand that, but you're gonna get a routine in high school whether you like it or not. All right, like that's what high school is. It's class, class, class. You go home and do what you do, and then you wake up and you do it again. It's a routine. But if you start wasting time, procrastinating, doing stuff like that, all that stuff, it is gonna come into your daily routine. So you don't have to write a routine like I do here every day, write a routine on my tasks. But the reason why I do that is to not waste time. And that's why I did it in high school, because it's so easy in high school to waste time. There's a million distractions. Like, I mean, if you're in high school, you know, if you're coming into freshman, it's like middle school, but even more distractions because there's more people, it's bigger, there's more to do. But you gotta figure out what you gotta do and get it done. Like, obviously, the reason why I think high school it gets a bad rep, because, you know, you do a lot of pointless stuff. But what do you do in the real world? Man, everyone thinks social media, people, they see like, oh, their life's perfect. It's not perfect. You could own a business, have the best business in the world. You're still gonna have to do stuff you don't wanna do. You could work your dream job and still do stuff you don't want to do. No one's life is perfect. In high school, it's the same thing. We don't want to all do that assignment that's not learning anything, but you got to do it. So figure out what you got to do and get after it, and then worry about having fun and then doing what you want to do after, whatever that is. So that's the first tip. Don't waste time. This goes with your assignments, with everything that you go through in high school, because time flies like that, man. I'm already graduated. It feels like I started yesterday, you know? So don't waste time. You're gonna miss that time. The next big thing here is don't get involved with the wrong people. So let me tell you a story. So I used to play soccer with this kid. He was, I mean, fast, strong, athletic. He could dribble really well. He wasn't too technical, but he could finish. I mean, this kid was literally one of the best players I've ever seen. I thought that he was going to make it to the top, you know. But the problem is he wasn't blessed with a support system like I have, like you probably have, in his family. But he also set himself up with the wrong kids in high school, and they brought him down here, you know. The 5 people you surround yourself with is what you're really going to become. And he surrounded himself with bad people, and it brought him down. He ended up hitting a setback in his career, fell out of love with the game, quit soccer, and eventually didn't even graduate, which is really sad, to be honest. And that's just one example. I'll give you like 5, 10 examples. And I think that so many kids have a lot of potential in high school, but for whatever reason, either their mentality, they don't want it, they don't want to fulfill their potential, they don't want to achieve their goals, or they get involved with the wrong people. You know what I'm saying? So don't get involved with the wrong people, man. And this goes, when I was thinking about ideas to make this video, you know, I'm thinking for like 30 minutes throughout my day, what am I going to talk about? I'm thinking about relationships. What do I say about relationships? I wouldn't recommend you get into a relationship, because oftentimes for a male or a girl, I don't know too much about girls, but for males, get involved with a girl is the wrong thing to do. You see, nowadays, the relationships don't go far. It just creates more problems for you, unless it's the right girl that can add value to your life. And that's what a lot of people will ask me. They'll say, what do you think about my girlfriend? What do you think about this? And I say, well, why are you with her? And they can't name me a reason. And I say, well, does she add value to your life? And if they say yes, I say, well, stay with her. If not, then let her go. You know, it's simple as that. And that's the same thing with your friends, with your teachers, with your coaches, with anyone. You know, you gotta, obviously some people you're not gonna like, you have to collaborate with, but you can choose to make your friends and to make your relationships. So get involved with the right people that are going to lift you up. And that goes back to what I was saying in the last video, where it's like you're trying to shoehorn yourself in these little groups and stuff. No, don't do that. Do what you want to do, and let the people come to you and see who's good, see who's bad, and then, you know, figure out what you're gonna go with. But that's, you still gotta be kind, you gotta be nice to everyone, you know? Even the kids that you know maybe are down here, and you think you're up here, and you think if you go with them they're gonna bring you down. Still, you have a relationship, you know, you still dap them up, say, hey, oh, what's good, stuff like that. Keep your relationship strong with everyone in your high school, but don't get involved with those bad people, because I've seen a lot of stuff, and a lot of people will tell you this. They've seen people that were here, got involved with the wrong people, and now bang, they're back down with them. So that's the second thing. And then the last thing I'm gonna talk about is balance. So a lot of people in high school be like, oh, you gotta balance everything out, blah blah blah. I don't really believe in that personally, and I think that that's because you gotta kind of find your values is the main thing. So like, for a lot of people in high school, my values were, all right, I gotta get my grades, I gotta worry about my health, and I gotta worry about my family, and making time for them, making time for God, stuff like that. So those 4 things I'm always gonna make time for until I die. It's always gonna be health, family, God. Those 3 things. As long as I'm breathing, I'm always gonna work out. I'm always gonna make time for my family. I'm always gonna read the Bible, pray, go to church, whatever. All right. You gotta figure out what your values are. You know what I'm saying? If you got some friends, you think, I like this kid, this relationship's important to me, I got my family, I got my school, I got my academics, I got a job that I need to make money. Like, you know, values are things that you feel like are essential for your life. Most of them you should enjoy doing, but obviously not everyone wants to go work and make money, but you know it's essential. So once you figure out, all right, these are my values, don't now worry about balance, okay? You figured out, these are my 4 or 5, 3 maybe important things I got to do. Now what else do I want to do? What are my goals? So let's say, for example, you're playing lacrosse, you're playing baseball, you're in a spring sport. Your goal is to have a better year, to make that varsity team. Man, go all in on that. Go all in. Once you get your values after that, everything and your focus should be on that goal. Don't worry about the parties. Don't worry about anything else like that. Don't worry about going out here, going out there. You know, you can have your fun here and there, but worry about getting to that goal. And then once you get there, you can find some balance. This will all, the greats will tell you too. You look at what Goggins says about balance. He says, people tell you balance this and that. You need to put every ounce of energy you have into something to get there. And high school is the perfect time. You don't have any real responsibilities. You don't, I mean, there's distractions, this and that, but you don't got anything holding you back if you're blessed and lucky enough. So now focus on getting to your goals, get into your values and balancing those. But yeah, that's what I got on that. And then the last tip, health. Man, I always say the bonus tip for you guys, health is crucial. Make sure you're drinking enough water. I see a lot of kids, and I would like this too sometimes, going through high school having 16 ounces of water. Drink water, focus on your nutrition, focus on your sleep. Don't neglect that at all, because that's, I mean, a healthy body is a happy body. So quickest way to happiness is get your health up. That's what I always tell people. So those are my 3 tips plus the 4th bonus one. Man, let me know if you guys